Good morning, class.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
All right, so we're gonna start today's lesson. It's about railroads and how they changed Florida, specifically Henry Flagler. Has anybody heard of that name before?
No.
All right, so we're gonna dig into it today. So some of our objectives are, we're gonna be analyzing primary and secondary resources and identifying significant individuals and events throughout Florida's history. We're gonna describe economic development of Florida's major industries. We're gonna describe major contributions that significant individuals gave to Florida, including Henry Flagler. So let's start with a little discussion, and you can use your iPads to help you. Who is Henry Flagler? I'll write his name on the board. And how did he change Florida? So discussion one is, who was Henry, oops, let me spell that right. Who was Henry Flagler, and how did he change Florida? I'll put FL for Florida for short. So go ahead and look up Henry Flagler. Who was he? And what did he do?
Made a significant contribution to Florida
Economic, yeah.
Through tourism and auction.
Good. Nazir?
Henry Morrison Flagler was an American industrial.
Industrial.
Yeah. And a founder of Standard Oil, which was first based in Ohio. He was also a key figure in the development of the Atlantic coast of Florida and founder of the Florida East Coast Railway. He is also known as founder of cities of Miami and Palm Beach, Florida.
Fantastic. Jade, do you have something to add to that? To add to it.
And I think he was with the rest of the after construction of the canal again, it was then that he decided he would expand his railroad from Miami throughout the Florida Keys.
Good. So he was an innovator to Florida. He brought oil from Ohio. He collaborated with Rockefeller, brought the oil from Ohio to Florida. Once that industry was going down, he wanted to invest in other industries. So he came to Florida and he started the railroad system, which brought tourism. Tourism brings money. They're able to travel goods and services. They were able to connect transportation all throughout Florida. He also discovered cities of Miami and West Palm Beach. Yes, Geronimo?
Can I read?
Do you want to add to that? Okay.
Henry Morrison Flagler is best known for his development of Florida's East Coast. He was responsible for building the Florida East Coast Railway from Daytona to Key West. Flagler made a significant contribution to Florida's economy. Food farms and agriculture. Flagler had some success in the grain business.
Henry Morrison Flagler was actually not born in Florida, but in the state of New York, and that was in 1830. That's over 30 years before the start of the Civil War, by the way. Flagler began working at a very young age, at age 14, and he was good at both earning and saving money. He was successful enough that by the time he was in his 30s, he became business partner with the already successful businessman John D. Rockefeller. In 1867, both men would venture into the oil business, with Flagler loaning Rockefeller $100,000, becoming partners with him in a new company that went by the name of Standard Oil Company. The corporation would quickly become the leader in oil refining in the United States, and Flagler would obviously benefit financially.
Oil.
Correct. Remember, he did that at first, and then he transferred over over to railroad systems. When Flagler moved to Florida, he invested in improving the state's infrastructure. Which of these is an example of an infrastructure? A, roads. B, real estate. C, farming. Analyze a written document. And I want you to go ahead and open up Schoology.
This is so hard.
And you're clicking on the letter from Henry Flagler. Yes. To Ellen Call Long. So let's read the brief overview about this letter. So, letter from Henry Flagler was written in 1902. Henry Flagler began building a system of railroads in Florida's Atlantic coast in 1885. He purchased several existing lines, but built new tracks leading as far as south as Miami by 1896. By 1912, Flagler had extended his railroad across the Florida Keys to Key West. In this letter from Henry M. Flagler to Ellen Call Long, Flagler describes the arrival of the Spanish stones. Flagler then replies to Long's request for information regarding his decision to move to and invest in the state of Florida. Ellen Call Long was the daughter of Richard Keith Call, territorial governor of Florida at the time. So with a partner, I want you to read the letter. If you can't clearly see what the letter is saying, it's written underneath for you and typed out. So this is the same thing. With a partner next to you, at your table, or next to you, you're gonna work together to fill out this document. First, you're gonna meet the document. Check all that apply. All right, what are we looking at today? Which one can we check off first? What is this an example of? What is one sentence summarizing this document? How would you summarize what's going on in this letter? One sentence. And you also need to describe it to someone who's not seeing it, so don't forget that.
I'll read the first was quite received and had to advise that the Spanish how do you know it's a speech? I don't think
Bro, we're talking about one.
All of them got a bunch. And you move on to the question. Don't forget to describe the letter to someone who can't see.
It's a speech in life.
Think about, is it handwritten, is it typed? Is it by the same person? Are there stamps on it, or whatever?
Like when you type lines down. It's not. It's a type.
Who can describe it to me as if someone else can't see it? It says here, describe it to someone if you were explaining it to someone who can't see it. What'd you guys write? Brittany? There's stamps. Okay, stamped. Maya? It's not handwritten. Is this handwritten or was this used with a typewriter? This is typed. Yep. Anything else that you observe about the document? Maybe the paper that it's on. Okay, like an old style paper, the font. Look at this font. That's an old font, old style font, old English. Yes. Font is the way that the letters look. Think about some of the things that are going on in history with Henry Flagler. Chizaram? Okay. Amaya? Yeah, they're building railroads. They're trying to transport goods. This is their only forms of communication. Long distance. They have to write letters to one another. They can't just send an email or a text. They have to send important information like this off with a letter. All right. What did you find out from this document that you might not have learned anywhere else? Anyone besides Amaya, please? What did you find out from this document that you might have not learned from somewhere else? Go ahead, Amaya.
About how it's written, how it's written, or the font of how it's written, or what was happening during that time.
Correct. So the fonts, right? The typewriting, the history behind it. Good. All right. Now we're going to look at the progress learning worksheet on the back side. With your partner, I want you to work through and figure out which of these go into the word blank. This man wanted to expand Florida's tourism, was responsible for building the Florida East Coast Railway from Jacksonville to Miami. That is not who the person next to you or in front of you has if you're at a group facing someone. So the idea is that everybody around you should have a different person that they're looking at. So once you, waterfalls. I need silence so I can get through the instructions. Talking over me, you will not hear me. You're gonna fill out this biography summary on your person. You're gonna tell me who that person is. What did that person achieve? When did this person become well known? Where did the person live and work? Why is this person important? And how will this person be remembered in the future? So go ahead and collaborate with your groups around you to decide who you're gonna pick. If you guys are going to keep arguing, I'm going to have to choose for your group. Alright, once you pick your person, I want you to fill it in on the top box and and tell me who is the person that you will be working on for this project. This is just an in-class project. We're not doing anything fancy, all right? We're not taking anything home. We're gonna finish it today.
I broke my dad's handwriting.
Put it away. Put it away. Put it away, CJ. Put it away. Away, away. I'm gonna give you guys about a 30-minute timer to work.
Because he made Oh, okay.
Alright, on task. Yeah, good.
Wait, I forgot how to put my thing in because you have to delete the text. Here.
And I look like a prince. Just go to school. I mean, you gave it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Mary McCool. Yeah, just go right there.
What's your name on this, please? If you want, you can maybe color it, because I'm gonna hang them up. If you wanna decorate it. When you're done, you can decorate it, because I'm gonna hang them up. Okay, that's good. Are you happy you're eating? Alright, you can decorate your papers, because I'm gonna hang them up. Uh-huh. Oh, I got my number. They're back. I'll pass out some supplies and you guys can color them and decorate them after. How's it going? You're finding all
Yes.
Yep. Amaya has the markers.
I'm done.
Come on, you can decorate it because I want to hang these up. I'm gonna hang this up on our refrigerator. All done? All right, you can use those colored pencils. As Florida grew through the 1800s, several significant individuals made history. You know where we are? Okay. While living there. While all of these people affected Florida in significant ways, some of their work affected the world. Blank, a businessman who wanted to expand Florida's tourism, was responsible for building the blank from Jacksonville to Miami. Go ahead and fill in your best choices for that sentence.